Welcome to today's live webinar, Practical Gen AI Use Cases for Customer Experience Leaders Attaining Desired Outcomes in 120 Days, brought to you by TSIA and sponsored by iOPEX. I would now like to introduce our presenters today. John Ragsdale, Distinguished Researcher, Vice President, Technology Ecosystems for TSIA, and Shiva Ramani, Founder and CEO of iOPEX.
There's no denying that Gen AI is the hottest topic in tech today. And as we're going to see, companies seem to be focusing the initial use cases for Gen AI in a couple of fairly tactical areas. But we've got an expert with us today who's going to talk about some of the more strategic uses of Gen AI, really across all of services, across RevOps, really across the enterprise. So I know that most of you have an MBO this year to find some great capabilities for AI or Gen AI within your department, and I think this is going to give you a lot of ideas.
I wanted to do about 5-6 slides primarily, and this is going to be, for a lack of a better word, a primer on the use cases that we have successfully executed on. This is really a practical use case idea that we're going to present to you guys. And along with the actual technology behind it, we're going to uncover what are the different tools that we used at what stages and what did the ROI look like. So it's going to be a little bit more hands-on. From an iOPEX perspective, our life started as an operations company. We helped 3 different types of customers, SaaS providers, consumer product companies, and media houses that do creative and marketing as well. So all 3 companies, we started our life about 8-9 years ago doing operational work for them. And over the last 5 years, from RPA down to this AI piece, we adopted all of them and cannibalized our own revenue. What does that mean? We've implemented AI for our customers, thereby driving outcomes, thereby taking out headcount so that it's an outcome that we drive through AI. And the best news for us is our headcount used to be significantly higher. We're doing 50% less headcount, 3 times more revenue, primarily doing AI for our customers in the operational world. So we come from that background, and the next 8 or 10 slides, you're going to kind of get a sense for what is the operational activity that we do, and based on which, what are the AI components that we build, and based on which, what outcomes our customers got. The better part of all of this conversation for me personally is I believe in bite-sized agile transformation. And that's the reason when John and our team sat down, we said, hey, we really drive 120-day transformation programs, not a 6-year, 1-year plan. We have things that we deliver, which goes into your EPS for your CFO the next quarter or the quarter after. So that's the sprint cycle that we've kind of embraced on. So the next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit about what the agenda for this call is, our point of view on what the evolution of customer experience has been, and what are the things we are doing from a transforming the CX with AI solution itself. Then about a couple of use cases on how we do it. And the last piece is the actual technology behind how we do it. And the technology components are a mix and match of different components so that you can get the best of the breed. And one thing that I did forget to mention is just from the name iOPEX, the name iOPEX stands for Operations Expense Optimization. And the biggest expense in AI is going to be the operation expense, which is the cloud and the token itself. So the right size, right model, that's something that we're beginning to see some excellent progress on. So we're going to talk about that as well. Evolution of CX. I've been in the CX business for 30 years, and John and I have interacted at least 15, 20 years now. I think about 20 years ago, customer experience was defined by the books written about how Nordstrom is the leader in customer experience, because they hire the right people. The HR was the best. You can get the right people, you train them, and basically you build a culture around that. And so most of the CX that you saw 20 years ago was culture-based. About 8-9 years ago, with all the CRMs coming in, Salesforce and everybody else, it became persona-based. What does that mean? They started clubbing groups of customers based on their behavior and said, hey, this is a gold customer, this is a platinum customer, this is a bronze customer. You started putting them all in a bucket, and you set policies and your workflows to kind of cater to them, getting a different experience for it, right? And that worked pretty well. But I think what AI has done is we're making it person-based, which is, I am Shiva coming in, doing business with a SaaS company. I will get the service that I need. They will know what are the features that I use if you're a SaaS product, and what are the features you should be using as a SaaS product, and how the renewals are affected because you're not turning on a bunch of things. So you really are person-based at that level. And if you are a consumer company that sells security, home security product, we'll be able to actually tell you what are the things that, from a video perspective, your customer is not able to execute on, all using AI. You don't need armies of people. So I think that's our thesis, our point of view, that now from going forward for the next 10 years, we're in an amazing period where customer experience can be person-based, need not be persona-based itself.